fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Show here. And now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Izuku and Melissa Shields. Now, in the last part, Melissa Shield, the Sword Maiden, she and Midoriya had a plan to face off against the person wielding Claret. Now, we found that Tomura Shigaraki was the wielder of this cursed blade. And, in the battle between Shigaraki and Melissa, Shigaraki broke Excalibur. And, the power, no longer being within the blade, came undone. Melissa's protection against injury, her durability increase, and the wounds that do appear not bleeding, that divine protection from the magic was turned off. Her body went into shock due to blood loss rapidly, and she was taken to the hospital. And Shigaraki showed that he had the power to destroy the entire block, causing heroes to retreat. Now, we do pick up about the next day, where Melissa is slowly waking up, and you do have All Might, Tamaki, and you do have Nedre. All of them are currently here to greet Melissa. As we do have where she does go to try and sit up. Uncle All Might telling Melissa to lay back down, as he does bring up a hand. Melissa, you've been through quite a bit. Right now you should not be up and standing. But the villain, what happened? He got away. And, well, it's kind of complicated. Now, Melissa does ask exactly, how did the villain get away? All Might going to open his mouth as you have Tamaki who does hold up a piece of Excalibur's broken blade. Him asking her if she does remember this. That's it clicking in her head quite quickly. Asking, where is her sword? Careful. Listen, you gotta calm down. Your blade, it's with your other belongings currently. They have it in a locker down the hall. Now, I'm asking because I don't think he's alive, is he? Izuku, has he said anything? Have any of you tried to say or talk to him? Has he reached out? Is Finger still around? I see. Listen, your dog is still around, however. Nedre talking about how Mirio took it back to her apartment, and he's currently stuck dog sitting. However, he's taking the time to look over certain cases he's been working on. Okay. Tell him I said thanks when you get the chance. But what about Izuku? He hasn't reached out. Listen, I don't want to jump the gun on this, but I think he might have... I see. Damn it. Now, Melissa does look down at her hands, and she does try to charge up her heroic spirit, wondering if the power he's taught her to use is still there. Now, Melissa, she can not feel this power. In fact, it doesn't feel like it's there at all. And she does begin to tear up. Now, as Melissa is tearing up, All Might does comfort her, trying to tell his niece that everything will be quite alright, and that she still does have the power bestowed upon her by him. Now, Tamaki and Nedre, they do look confused, as Melissa she does go to wipe away her tears and look up at both of these two. Listen, both of you, it's one for all. The cork you mentioned earlier? Yes. Listen. Before I was in UA, before I even applied, I was quirkless. That's not possible. Yeah, you're way too strong to be quirkless. Listen, it's contemplated. Now, as a child, me and my family, or my father and I, we were exploring places. And one day we found an old castle. My father heard rumors of one where it's told King Arthur used to be. King Arthur used to live. And that's whenever I found his weapon. That's how me and him met. Ever since then, I used that weapon, carried it with me all the time. People saw it as weird, but I didn't care. But he gave me power. He taught me how to use it. And then All Might, he gave me his quirk. One for all. Okay. Magic is a stretch to believe, but this? You're serious, right? Yes, she is. She's the 9th user of this power. I am the 8th. Oh man. Just when I thought everything got more just whenever I thought everything got more and more harder to understand with, well, magic. You're telling me quirks can be passed down now like this? Young man, this is a more contemplated scenario. You don't understand. Okay, well, okay, I explained that. Now, can you please go get my weapon for me? I want to find out exactly if he's still alive. Now, All Might does go to stand up and walk away. As for a brief moment, you do have where everyone is just sitting there in silence in the room. Before, there's a loud scream, a thud, and some commotion going on outside. Now, Tamaki and Nedre do jump up, as Melissa she does go to get onto her feet. Now, we will cut to outside the room, where All Might, after he's gone through the process of talking to a nurse, explaining to her that this is what Melissa wants, yeah. The nurse, she does head to that room with All Might, unlock the door, and get the belongings Melissa did want. Now, the nurse would give All Might the contents of, let's just say, a bag, and All Might would take Excalibur out, as he does go to walk back down the hall. Now, as All Might is walking, he does actually bring up the blade in his hand, and he does look at it in its handle, along with staring at its broken blade. This is more and more interesting. I don't understand. I thought this weapon was indestructible. How could it have been busted by another sword? Now, as All Might is thinking this, we do have where the blade does begin to glow. All Might actually going to drop the blade as it does go to take a step backwards. Now, we do then have where the curse has been broken. And Midoriya, he does go flying out of the blade and smashing through the wall down the hall. Now, as this does happen, people, they all do turn in that direction. And they do see as Midoriya, a very big, muscular man with a beard, black hair. He does actually come to sit up. as they do see that he has no clothes on. Now, as it is happening, you do have somebody who does come running up and ask if he's alright. As they do then realize he has no clothes on, they do immediately go to call for a pro hero or for a police officer. All Might's looking around as he does buff up and quickly blitz into the scene. Now, All Might, he does go to tap this woman on her shoulder, telling her that this man right here, he is having a quirk malfunction. And it appears that things aren't getting any better. Really, a quirk malfunction? What is it? Your quirk. What is your quirk? Now, Midori, he does just sit there on the ground, with rubble all around him as he does go to bring up his hands. Him confused, he does inspect them and flip them over and over and over again, before looking down and looking at his body, before bringing hands up to his face and feeling, well, his beard, before he does someone just tug on it a little bit. And he does feel pain. It appears I'm back. You're back? I'm sorry, sir, but you're going to have to explain this. What's your quirk? I'm sorry, ma'am. Midoriya would say as it is going to stand. The lady bringing up her hands and informing Midoriya that he needs to put some clothes on. Yes, it would appear that my previous garments have been, well, taken from me. Now, All Might, he does just do one thing. He looks around, quickly moves, grabs something, and he does move back, as he does hand a towel to Midoriya, who does quickly put it on. Now, the lady would ask All Might what this man's quirk is, as All Might would just make up a quirk saying that the man can teleport. However, it's only his physical body that teleports. Along with that, it does cause various side effects. I can tell, but the man is quite well in shape, so it wasn't really all that bad. Yes, he was in very good physical condition. Now, the nurse, her face is beet red, as she's staring at Midoriya, who is currently, at least, inspecting his body by flexing his muscles and seeing if he's really got it back. Now, All Might, he does then have where Tamaki and Nedre do come running out of the room. And they do see what's going on, as the unfamiliar man they do see is next to All Might. All Might quickly walking over to the room as he does then walk in. Now, as it does happen, he does pull Midoriya into the hospital room and then quickly close the door. As Melissa, she does look confused. All Might, what was going on out there? Is that guy connected to Tomura? Now, as Midoriya does turn around, Melissa does stare directly at this man, before her blood runs cold, and she does just stare at him with her eyes widened. Now, All Might does talk about how he's not so sure. However, this happened whenever he did pick up Excalibur. This can't be, right? You're alive? Melissa, who is this guy? Yes. It appears my curse is broken. Wait, you're Izuku, right? Yes, that is a quaint observation, young Tamaki. Thanks? Now, Melissa, she's just staring at Midoriya. She's known this guy for over a decade, and this is the first time she's actually seeing him and meeting him. So, you're alive then? Yes. It does appear that. However, I'm quite confused by everything. Hmm? Yeah, that makes two of us. I don't get it. I don't either. However, it does appear that my body's not withering, it's not decaying. I feel like I'm on myself again. Hmm, that's crazy, right? Yes, you've been dead for decades, haven't you? Millennia? I don't know. However, I will not waste this chance of life. I shall use it to help. Now, Melissa is confused, asking how Midori can help when Excalibur is broken. Easy. We will have to head back to the lake and find the witch. Hmm? A witch? Yes. With her help, if she is still there, then she will be able to help reforge the weapon. And, well, if possible, we might even get some dwarven intervention. Hmm? Wait, witches? Dwarves? Are you serious? Now, Tamaki, he did jump up at that statement, asking exactly how are they going to do that? Hmm. Simple, we head back to my homeland. Then we just take a trip. I'm interested to, well, travel, as you say. I remember going on a plane before. However, being locked in a storage compartment wasn't the best experience. Now, they do watch as Midoriya, he's fumbling with this modern world. Midoriya, he's somewhat knowledgeable about things. However, that's only because of second-hand accounts and just looking at the way things unfold around him. Now, you do have where Melissa, after getting diagnosed by a doctor and having one look over her, she is at least fit to leave the hospital. Now, she does leave, as you do have where Midoriya, he does shout sorcery whenever he does see automatic doors move for the first time. And well, yeah. Have you ever seen the way certain, I think, people just in general would either run up to an automatic door, watch it open, close, repeat, repeat? Because of the sensor, that's what Midori is doing. Now, once that does happen, you have where everyone is outside. And you do have where Midoriya, he's staring at the world around him. And he's observing it with his own eyes. He's looking around. He's watching people use smartphones. Well, walk around using quirks, use their quirks, fly around, and, well, just in general, be different. He's watching as there's so many different electronic devices operating around him that it's kind of overwhelming. Now, everyone, yeah, they're watching as this old man, yeah, he's quite literally having a blast. Along with that, there is then whenever they all do decide to take him to a restaurant. Where Midoriya, yeah, they do get a table and sit down. Midoriya being advised that if he does want to try some of the modern food, then the first thing he should try is this or this. Now, they do start off with something simple. Midoriya, he does get some ramen, noodles, and some beef on the side. Now, they all do watch as Midoriya, he does try this food. As they watch, his eyes light up with wonder as Midoriya calls this wondrous magic, before completely eating the contents of the bowl, before asking for another serving. Now, if anyone gets that reference, good on them, but he doesn't break the bowl. If anyone's confused by that, I don't make the rules. Now, as it does happen, the servers, yeah, they are taken in by surprise, watching as this giant man, or this big buff dude with long hair and a beard, Yeah. He eats 5 bowls of ramen, 3 racks of ribs, and he does drink, let's just say, about a gallon of sweet tea. Or at least sodas and beverages that the restaurant did have. Now, they were all taken by surprise at Midoriya's appetite. However, Midoriya, he does just laugh it off and call it a feast, as he does go to stand up whenever they are leaving. Now, you do actually have where somebody stops Midoriya as he's on his way out. Midoriya turning to look at them as they do just hold up a piece of paper. Hmm? What is this? Well, it's sort of, um, now. Midoriya, he does grab it and open it up, reading a few small numbers. Hmm? Ah, these mean something, yes? Uh, that's my phone number. Ah, a phone. Yes, of course. Yeah, I was wondering if, well, you'd be free to. Now, this is whenever Melissa, she just woke up asking him if he's ready to go. Ah, yes, young Melissa. Uh, who is this? Oh, hi. Is this your. Hmm? This is my friend Melissa. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, your friend. Yes. Melissa, this young woman right here. Now, the woman would go to walk away, as Melissa does hear Midoriya say, this woman gave me her phone number. Now, Melissa's surprised, as she does just say before they do leave, that the lady, she wishes her luck for trying to convince this guy. The woman confused before she does realize that those two aren't together. Now, as they do leave, All Might would comment on Midoriya's appetite, to say the least. Now, with that being said, we do then have where they all do go back to a Hero Association building. And you do have a meeting that was called by Pro Heroes, where everyone is talking about what happened just the day before. Now, as this does happen, Midoriya, he is in this meeting, and he's standing there at the Sword Maiden's side. As many different people, they do want to know who that man is. And after everyone's done talking, Midoriya does step up. As you all do know, the situation is quite dire. Hmm? Why does this guy talk like he's reading from a book? You there, what is your name? Hmm? Oh, my name is. Well, I do not care. Listen, you should not interrupt me whenever I'm speaking. I am laying out a battle tactic and plan. Is that clear? Yes, sir. Good. Now, everyone does look at the pro, as people are assuming that this guy is former military. Now, our plan is going to be quite clear. We will draw him out with a challenge, and now, you do have the number 5 pro hero, Mirako, who does jump up and shout that that plan already failed. Now, you do then have Midoriya who does stare down Mirako, informing her that the plan failed because they didn't know their target. Are you serious? The guy can level an entire block by touching it, and you want to try the same plan again? Are you insane? Just a little bit, yes, but insanity is a needed tool for success. You're loony. Who are you, anyways? Now, Mirako does talk about how if they're going to make a plan, they need to make one that is simple to follow and easy. Along with that, they need to actually get people who know what they're doing. Now, as that is said, you do have Midoriya, who does bring up his hand and smash it down onto the table as hard as possible. The entire table actually jumping up on the other side, hitting the roof and coming back down. As the side Midoriya did just hit down, completely broke off. Before he does ask Mirako if she thinks that she can be quiet now. Mirako just staring at the table for 1 second before looking back at Midoriya, with a bit more respect. Maybe. Question is, do you think you're stronger than me? Why is that coming up? Simple. I want to know. I'm curious now. I've never met you before, never seen you before, and you come in here and talk as if you own the place. Last time I was aware, this was the Sword Maiden's hero agency. And you? Yeah. You're piquing my curiosity. What's your quirk? Interesting. Now, you do have the dragon hero, who is directly next to Mirako, telling her to just calm down and to sit back down. This is not the time where No, it is quite simple. I am quirkless, as you call it. Now, everyone does stare at disbelief, as Midoriya does walk around his side of the table and directly up to Mirako. Midoriya actually pulling out her chair as it does smash against the wall, as he does then stand in front of her and then go to bend down. And yours is? My, quite bold of you, isn't it? At least buy a lady dinner first. Well, I assumed you wanted to knock out my teeth. So, we can do that first and then have a plan. How about that? Gotta say, I love a man who takes charge. Sure, but after I kick your ass, we're going to discuss plans. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing night. Catch you guys in the next part.